just send it north for probably, well, I'm guessing she'll be up there for a couple months. We've got our 13H here. We've got the 12H down at Dad's house. I need to get it over here, get it in the shop. We're going to use the Eager Beaver today to haul this rather than the Trail King. Let's see if we can get it loaded. Rock. We spread 150 tons last week. We've probably got a little over 150 tons to spread this week because I had 2 more loads. I didn't see the final tally on our totals. Might try to spread that tomorrow before I head back out. As I've said before, this will all be rocked. I like having a good solid yard where rain, mud's not such a factor. I like a good hard base to be able to get trucks in and out on. The last thing we like to worry about is our truck or other companies' trucks getting stuck on our yard. Lovely neighbor here put up a piece of orange ribbon so we wouldn't go out his driveway. Little does he know there's orange ribbons on our property here, but we'll get that squared away when we lay in some more concrete blocks. Up and away. Try to load a little heavier over here to the right, like I like to do. It's been a while since I've loaded on the Beaver here. Alright, we got the blade down. We're a few inches heavier on the right side, and I do that because we are a bit of a wide load. If I'm going to hit something under there, be a sign or a mailbox, a car or somebody's mirror. Which today we're going to be going down the big road a lot, the 4-lane, right up to 71. So we shouldn't be running too much 2-lane highway. Basically, from Stockton over to Nevada, we'll take 32 into El Dorado and get on 54, which is a wide road with shoulders, then right on the super slab. We got her all glued down, flagged up, we're ready to roll out. We're going to hit the road here shortly. Like I said, pulling the Beaver today instead of the Trail King. It's sitting down there next to the wagon. The old KW. We got the Peterbilt sold on Purple Wave. It didn't do what I hoped it'd do, but it's gone now anyway. So now if we can get that Kenworth down there, my new home will be doing all right. Just some run over stuff. I've been trying to kind of get rid of some stuff that's laying around, kind of like this Beaver. We don't really use this Beaver much anymore since I bought that Trail King. But again, I'm really wanting a new Beaver, so I'm thinking about getting rid of the Trail King and this Beaver and getting a new Beaver with an airlift third axle. The 25 XPL. This is a 25 XPT. Good trailers, real good trailers. I'm definitely not saying that the Trail King's a bad trailer by any means, because it's not, but I just don't think they're the quality of trailers these Eager Beavers are. Pretty partial to that Eager Beaver. Just a lot of things, it's just little things really. A lot of little things about it I just like better. If I was going to buy a new one today, it would be that Beaver for sure. But again, that Trail King, it is a good trailer as well. Now before we take off, it never fails in the pictures I post on Facebook or Instagram or on the videos. You get some derelict on here saying, well, my God, there's no weight on that front axle. Yeah, as it sets, there's not a lot, but that magical axle there in the very back that's not touching the ground right now, with a flip of a switch, we redistribute weight to the front axle. and it makes it much easier to maneuver, and this back magical axle back here even steers. So yes, as it sets, there is more weight on the back end, but thus the reason for that tag axle, to redistribute weight. So many people get on here and make comments or say things, and I just wonder if they know anything. Like, just if you don't know what you're talking about, you should probably just sit back and let the other people talk. Case in point, a guy got on here and commented a while back about the same setup. Well, that front axle on that Trail King is an airlift axle. We didn't have that airlift axle on the ground yet. We didn't have that tag on the ground yet. We just got loaded. I don't put all my axles, my drops, on the ground until we're ready to start moving. And usually the truck axle, the tag, it's the last axle to hit the ground. Before we pull out, of course, I've got a switch on the Trail King where I drop that third. But on the truck, until we get on the super slab or on the road, I don't even put that tag on the ground. So it stays up until we get off gravel onto a paved surface. Most of the time, if I've got to move into the city, I like to do it on a Saturday or Sunday. Traffic here on, we're at 71 here. We're still before we get to the Grandview Triangle, for you guys that are familiar with the Kansas City metro area. But traffic, it's not terrible. It's a little busier than I thought it'd be, honestly, but it's still not like it is during a rush hour, like a morning or an afternoon. So we just kind of get in the old right lane, just kind of ease on up through here. Don't get in any big hurry. I honestly don't do a lot of videoing, even though I am right now when I'm running down the slab like this, but constantly checking the mirrors. There are a lot of crazy drivers out here. It's always good to be situationally aware. The old triangle. It seems like this thing just got finished. Well, it's been longer ago than I think, but I remember when I was a little kid, it seems like they worked on this thing forever. Usually I'm taking the 435 north, which is right up here. There's times I'll shoot the old 435 west, but primarily we're running the east side of the city. Come on, edge on over here. Good to go. Now we're just going to run up here, cross the river, get off on the first exit, the 210 exit. As soon as we cross the river, we're there at the job. We have arrived. Looks like everything stayed good and snug. The flags are on. They got some rain up here last night, which I'd heard they did. I'd heard they'd had a couple inches, a pretty strong storm, knocked out a lot of power. I was almost a little leery about coming down in here, but I figured with all this old material they're bringing in for this fill to reclaim this borrow pit, I figured we'd be all right. We tracked a little bit, but she's pretty firm. It's all packed in here tight from trucks continuously running over it. Most of it's rock and concrete and construction debris, so we're all good. I'm just going to park the skidder up here on this flat, and this will probably be our deck area. As you guys know, we're logging up that draw there, so we're going to get kicked off and get pointed back in the southerly direction, and we'll be back up here first thing Monday to go right back to this stuff.